Okay, so today we're going to talk about the changes of area and perimeter when we are looking at dilations. So really quick, to find the perimeter of a dilated figure, all you have to do is multiply by the scale factor. So for example, if your scale factor is, again, we're talking about just the perimeter on this one. If your scale factor is 2, you're going to get the perimeter of the original and multiply it times 2. Now, if you need to find the area of a new picture that is being dilated, you're going to find the square of the scale factor and then multiply it. Okay, so that might not make a lot of sense, but I'm going to make it make sense in a second. Now, I do use a little table that I'm going to call the SPA chart. And so I'm going to write S, P, and A. Okay, and then you can also put 0, 1, and 2. Okay, this is going to just be a little table. All right, so the S stands for your scale factor. So let's say my scale factor is just the letter X, means any number. The perimeter is also going to change times that same number, but the area is going to change to X squared. That's what I mean when I say square the scale factor. All right, so let me give you a number example. So now let's say that my scale factor is 2. So my scale factor would be 2. My perimeter scale factor will also be times 2, meaning that I'll get the original perimeter multiplied by 2. That will give me my new perimeter. Okay, now, but for the area, it will be 2 squared. Okay, I know that you guys get to use Desmos, but I'm going to go ahead and show you what that means. So that means 2 times 2. So that means your area scale factor will be 4. So again, I'm using this table to kind of help me know what it looks like. Again, if my scale factor is 2, the perimeter is also going to be multiplied by 2, but the area will be 2 squared, which is times 4. Okay, I'm going to give you one more example, which is using a fraction. Okay, so you would do the same thing. So let's say my scale factor, let me put lines here so we can divide it up a little bit. So let's say now that my scale factor is going to be 1/2. So that means it's going to be a reduction. And the new figure is going to get smaller. The perimeter is also going to be 1/2 of the original one, but the area will be 1/2 squared. Okay, now I'm going to go over this just that way we don't make any mistakes. So 1/2 times 1/2, not 1/2 times 2. Okay, so all you do is 1 times 1 is 1, 2 times 2 is 4. So my area will be 1/4 of the original. Okay, I just wanted to show you that example really quick. Okay, so this is just kind of an introduction. I'm going to show you how it works, and then I'm going to do one example with you. All right, so the first thing I need you to do is find the perimeter of example 1. So how do we find the perimeter? We add up all our sides. So if this side is 6, this is also 6, and this is 3. So I'm going to do 6 plus 6 plus 3 plus 3. I'm showing you the work so you know how I'm getting my perimeter. So the perimeter to this is 18 centimeters. Okay. Now to find the area of figure A, all I have to do is do base times height, which is 3 times 6. And so my area will be 18 centimeters squared. Now, it's just a coincidence that they're both of these numbers are the same. That's not always going to happen. It just happened that these numbers worked out like that. All right, so the new figure, so I'm going to label new, and then I'm going to put O for original, or I can go ahead and write it down. Okay. All right, so the perimeter to this new figure, again, I'm going to add 12 plus 12 plus 6 plus 6. Okay, so the perimeter to this rectangle is going to be 36 centimeters squared. Oh, centimeters, I'm sorry, it's just perimeter. The area is going to be squared. Okay, so then the area for this is going to be 12 times 6, which is 72 centimeters squared. Okay, so what I want you to look at is how did I go from the original perimeter to that new perimeter? So it kind of goes to that little SPA chart that I just showed you, and hopefully this will make more sense in a second. So if we're looking at the 18 to the new perimeter, how did I get from 18 to 36? Did I add, subtract, multiply, or divide? And think about dilations, we only multiply. So we're going to multiply. So from 18 to 36, I multiplied times 2. And then I'm going to look at the area. So I went from 18 to 72. So did I do 18 times 2 to get me to 72? Or 18 times what got me to 72? So 18 times 4 got me to 72. Okay, now let's look at the scale factor. So how did I go from 6 to 12? So my scale factor is times 2. So my scale factor of this image was times 2. My perimeter scale factor was also times 2. But the area scale factor changed 4 times. Now I'm going to go over the little chart again that we just talked about. That's because it is 2 squared. 2 times 2 is 4, and so my area grew 4 times the original, which is what we just talked about. So to fill in the blanks, I'm going to write the perimeter of the rectangle is 2 times the perimeter of the original one, but the area changed 4 times the original one. Okay, so I hope that the little chart makes sense, and I'm going to do one more example with you, which is going to be right here, example 2. So again, look at what they're asking for. They're saying, hey, find the perimeter and the area of the newly dilated. Again, look at those keywords. Dilated means to multiply only. And they gave you your scale factor. So I know that my scale factor is going to be, it is bigger than 1, so I know everything's going to get larger. That can help me. Okay, so we're going to do the little spot chart. So I'm going to write S, P, A. So my scale factor was given to me. They told me it's 2 4/10. So that means the perimeter is also going to be times 2 4/10. But my area is going to be 2 4/10 squared. So we can just put that in our Desmos. And I'm going to put 2.4 squared. And so my area is going to change by 5 7/76 bigger. So the area will change 5 7/76, I'm sorry. All right, so they gave us the perimeter. So I'm going to do the same thing I did on the first example. I'm going to multiply that by the perimeter, which is 2.4. And then for my area, it's going to get 5.76 times bigger. So I'm going to multiply by 5.76. For this part, I'm going to write it on here. So the original perimeter is 38 times the perimeter scale factor is 2.4. I'm going to go to Desmos and put that in there. 38 times, I believe it was 2.4. And so my new perimeter is going to be 91.4 centimeters. And I'm going to block it because that's what they're asking for. Okay, so my area is going to be, my original area is 84. They gave that to me. Times the area scale factor, which is 5 7/600. I'm going to put that in Desmo, and that's going to give me my new area. 5 7/600 times the original area, which was 84. And that's going to give me 483 8400. And this is because we're talking about area, my units are squared. Okay, so all I did is create my spot chart, which is the scale factor chart. And then I went ahead and found, they gave me the original. All I did is multiply by the correct scale factor to get my new. That's all you're doing. I want you to do the same thing for example 3 and 4. The example for I put in the wrong numbers on here when I typed up the lesson, but for option A, it should say 243R instead of the 234. If you could just correct that, make sure that you show me your spot chart. Make sure you show me how you got your new, I think this one's asking for your new area only. And then for example 4, I just need you to find the words that fill in. I'm going to do a little word bank on the Google form. And then based on the example that you did, based on this, you're going to be able to fill in this part. All right, make sure that you complete your Google form so you can have a grade. And this side right here, just leave it blank. We're not going to use that side for now. If you want to practice, you can, but I do want you to do your paper practice first.